Hello friends, welcome to the course of critical thinking. Friends, one of the very important things which we are all interested is to know what are the benefits of critical thinking. Why should we learn critical thinking? Why it is so important in our life? So let's recollect the definition of critical thinking which we learned in the previous lesson. We have learned in the previous lesson that critical thinking is the analysis of available facts, evidence, observation, arguments in order to form a judgment by the application of rational, skeptical, unbiased analysis and evaluation. So friends, when we practice critical thinking, learn about the critical thinking, we develop the ability to analyze. That means we can get into the depth of the thing and understand the thing. We focus on facts rather than rumors or hearsay. We want to always collect the evidence to establish the truth. We observe very keenly whatever is happening. Then we also develop the ability to argument. We learn about the reason and logic to find out the truth. And then we form the judgment. And what are the constituent of the judgments? On what basis we form the judgment? By rational basis. That means using reason and logic. We are also skeptical. Instead of saying that something is 100% true and there is no scope of improvement, we are always looking forward to new evidence so that we can improve our decision making. We are unbiased, and then we are able to evaluate the merit of a particular issue. So these are the abilities which we develop as a critical thinker. So what happens once we become a critical thinker? We develop certain qualities, and these qualities are as following. First, we engage in this self-reflection and we seek truth. Most of the people are not the seeker of the truth. Rather, they seek happiness, joy. Often, they are fooled by the vested interest and smart people because they sell lies to them. Critical thinker is a seeker of truth. He also has the ability of self-reflect. That means he can learn from his experience, his observations by himself. Instead of having a bookish knowledge or a second-hand knowledge, he can find the truth by self-reflection. He developed the habit of using reasons instead of emotions to take the decisions. Now, this is also a very important thing because most of the people decide the issues on the basis of emotions. That means what feels good rather than what is actually good. So this differentiates a critical thinker from the rest of the people. A critical thinker will not accept anything without reasoning or evidence. As a result, he will be closer to the truth. He will be able to find out the falsehood very quickly because many things are said without any evidence. So suppose on social media some claim is made. Now as a critical thinker, if I find that the claim looks absurd, I will get into the search, Google search, and find out the other sources, and we will be able to know whether this is the right thing or wrong. Then the critical thinker will question the existing ideas, beliefs and dogmas, and then he will be able to find out that most of the things on which people believe are actually false. And once he is able to differentiate the truth and falsehood and discard the falsehood, he will be able to take better decisions, he will be able to live better life. Then his judgments are fair, just, unbiased and unselfish, because I've already told you that he developed the attitude of unbiasedness. As a result, when he decides something, he doesn't decide because it is going to benefit him or that person. Rather, the decision will be made purely on the basis of merit, and as a result, the judgment will be fair and just. Then the person will be able to speak and write clearly, because when your thoughts gets clear, your spoken language or written language also become clear, and so the person become more understandable to the other people. As a result, the person become good at persuasion because instead of sentiments, emotions or intuitions, he is using reason, logic and evidence. The person who is also open-minded to accept his mistake and learn new things. Because if you are a critical thinker, as I already told you, you are always open to the new ideas, because you never say that I am 100% sure about this particular thing. If some evidence is produced to the otherwise, you can always change your opinion and change your mistake and correct your mistake. The person also develops the ability to accept new explanation, theories, paradigm and models. So the person remain a constant learner throughout his life. Critical thinker will always be creative in finding solutions of complex problem, because the person develop the ability of thinking very new things in life and discard the old things, and naturally he become creative because he evolve his own creative power. So friends, once you become a critical thinker, then you get a lot of benefit. For example, you get protection from the manipulation and exploitation. You see all around us, a lot of people trying to manipulate us and exploit us. The politicians try to manipulate us to get our votes so that they remain in power. The businessmen are trying to exploit us so that they can sell their product. And everybody is trying to actually use us, including our many friends and relatives. Unless we know what is basically truth and false, we are subjected to be exploited. And so if you're a critical thinker, you can protect yourself from that. Protection against false propaganda, misinformation, advertisement, and this has become an order of the day. And you find so much of falsehood being circulated on the social media and newspapers. And we start accepting that, because most of the people tend to believe that. Only if you're a critical thinker, you can differentiate between truth and falsehood and protect yourself. They can't be corrupted and brainwashed easily. And you must have seen a lot of people who are totally brainwashed by this propaganda and the advertisements and this false information. So if you are a critical thinker, you can't be brainwashed easily, because you know what is right and what is wrong, and you will not be falling trap of those people. You will be able to deal with the difficult problems, situations and choices, because you develop your reason and logical muscles, and you will be able to solve even difficult problems of your life. You are intellectually responsible and trustworthy, because whatever claim you are making, it is always on the basis of some evidence, some reasons. As a result, you are taking responsibility of every claim which you are making. And so you become trustworthy in the eyes of the people. You are able to solve the complex problems of life more creatively, independently and effectively. So you are not dependent upon other people to solve the problems. Most of the problems you can yourself study and solve. So that way you are able to achieve the goals of self and the organization. So every organization want critical thinker, everybody want critical thinker, every society want critical thinker, because such people only help the society or the organization or the family grow. So what is the importance of critical thinking? It is not that it is useful only for a personal life. It is useful all over. Even the organizations, educational institutions, everybody has realized the importance of critical thinking. For example, according to one study by Educational Testing Service, 92% of the business leaders believe that the most significant skill a person need to have in order to be successful both at work and academically is critical thinking. Similarly, according to Association of American College and Universities, 95% of the chief academic officers from 433 institutions rated critical thinking as one of the most important intellectual skills for their students. Another study says that 81% of the employees surveyed for wanted college to place a stronger emphasis on critical thinking. Another study says that 92.1% of the identified critical thinking problem solving as the very important skill for a 4-year college graduate to be successful in today's workforce. So friends, critical thinking is something which every organization is looking into, and the society needs more critical thinker. And therefore, once you develop critical thinking, you will be able to deliver better result everywhere and make your life better. Thank you very much for joining the session. We will continue the session further to know more about the critical thinking. Thank you.